5 gold cups, baby. That's right, 5 gold cups.
All right, Ultimate Hoops Nation. I'm Aaron Wimsett. I'm here with Sun Young Graves. This is the good, the bad, the ugly.
Episode 2, season 2.
Episode
This
3? No?
the first
Damn.
week. Computer issues.
I didn't have my computer. So not much to talk about this week. We had a few good games, but no buzzer beaters. Not much to talk about. Before we get into everything, just to make the episode a little bit longer, let's talk about something random. So DeAndre Jordan, he verbally agreed, I think, to go to the Mavericks. Ends up going to the Clippers after the whole Twitter fiasco and people camping out at his house and everything. So today, I was listening to the radio on the way over here. I think it was Mark Cuban that said the one thing he regrets is not making or not having DeAndre Jordan change his Twitter profile picture to him in the Dallas uniform or something. Do you think if DeAndre Jordan changed his Twitter profile pic, do you think he would have stayed with Dallas?
No, it would have just been more of a burn to Mark Cuban. And the thing is, I think it was a couple nights ago or last week, they had the Players Association Awards, and they made fun of that. Like, DeAndre Jordan wins Defensive Player of the Year for the Dallas Mavericks, and Chris Paul and Paul Pierce go up and accept the award. Like, yeah, DJ's in hiding right now. He'll come back out when the season's ready. So it's interesting.
How about if he did a TV show like The Decision? Do you think that would have made a difference?
I hated that. No.
You think if he did a TV show, he would have went back to Clippers still?
I mean, they wouldn't do that much for him just because he's defensive, but it wouldn't be that much of suspense for that because he was frustrated and then it was all about who can make him happy. That was all it was.
All right, on to the good this week. Last night in Bloomington South, the Squires get their first 5-on-5 game. They play the Blue Chips. Matt Hamill's back. They played a good game. They're 3-0. It seems like they're better 5-on-5 than 5-on-4. Kind of talk about their game and what they can do this season.
They move the ball a lot better when it's a little bit more pressure. It's kind of, you're not in the game. It's 5-on-4. You always have somebody open, and it's like you overemphasize getting the good shot or the best shot because somebody's wide open. And for a team of all shooters that are unselfish, it's tough when you think about, is this a good shot, bad shot? And 5-on-5, you got to take some tough shots all the time.
So Paul Ferber, Rebels are kind of they don't have a Rebels team yet. I think they had 4 or 5 up until this week. They added another guy, so they have 6 on their roster right now. They're going to add some guys soon. But Paul Ferber's averaging almost 18 rebounds a game, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah. He's definitely going to get all those boards when you don't have Dustin there every week, Jansen there every week, so now he's free to run wherever. Nobody's keeping him under control. That's good because he's getting the boards, but same thing, he doesn't need to play 44 minutes.
Yeah. Tonight, the Heights, who were 2-0, they got a big win over the Bulls. I think the Bulls played the first 12 minutes 4-on-5, but the Heights won. I think they won by 10, 8 or 9, somewhere in there.
8 or 10. Bulls came back, added Stephen Kelsey in the middle of the game due to a bloody nose. But they made a push at the end. Heights held it off. It's a good team, fresh out of high school. They played well. It's just going to be tough when they actually see some size like the Avengers. Fob, even with Ant, just bigger bodies.
They're athletic, though. They're athletic and they're quick. But it's good to see a new team, I know newer teams have started 3-0, but the Shockers were probably the last team. Were they Shockers then? They weren't the Shockers then. They were something else. But it's those guys started, I think 4-0 or 5-0, and then they got busted for a college player. So, it's good to see a newer team do well. We'll see. I think they need a big guy, and I think they need to take smarter shots. But they're fun to watch.
It'll be interesting, especially with Jake and Zal now. So it's definitely going to be a playoff team, and if you don't come out to play defense, they'll light you up.
On to the bad. So in my predictions article yesterday, I said this was the Squids' last chance to win a game. They were up, I believe, 24-8 or 24-6 or something.
Okay, so I was watching this, and it's funny because you're looking at the scoreboard in Bloomington that only has one number, and you look at it, the Red Devils go on a 8-0 run, and then the Squids come back and go on a 25-3 run, and after that, like, the Red Devils came back and took the lead at halftime. I'm like, the Squids don't know how to hold a lead. They get up by 20 and automatically think it's over, and teams don't give up like that, especially when you're the team that everybody expects to blow out. Yep. Like, so you can't. That's a 20, 30-point swing to come back. I mean, Red Devils win by 3 at the end of the day, and
it was only like 50 to 53 or something, so it wasn't a high-scoring game.
Yeah. So 56-53, I think, and then the Squids took a timeout right before one of their guys drained a 3. So no basket, they lose. It's like, I mean, it was a good timeout. It was a bad shot, but on that team, what do you expect? Like,
so talking about the Red Devils, when I don't know, the first year of me working here, the Red Devils were always a solid team. They'd always be 5-3, 6-2. They might have a playoff run. I think they made it to the Elite 8 and then the Sweet 16, Final Four. The last few seasons, they've had the same team or a solid team. What's up with them?
I would say over the last year, it's been tough. They've been without Jordan, who's back this season, but he's on minute restriction for ACL. They've been without Trey, who's their guard to stop on defense, and Andre Oker just disappeared. So then there's their scorer that's not just a spot-up shooter, swing the ball around. He can create some shots. And then I know John took last season off. So it's just been mixing the team up. They don't really have a feel. They're not athletic enough to press up on D and lock down like they used to be, or not as long. Maybe they need to bring, as Izzy would call him, the bro back.
He was a good player.
Yeah, he was nice. I need to find out who he is.
Big body, athletic, shoot.
Can use him next season or something.
What's your record prediction for them? What do you think they'll go? Do you think they'll get to 3 or 4 wins?
They'll get to 3. I'm pretty sure. I think they have the Crusaders on their schedule. They got their Squids win. Tough one to be is getting a win over like Miller Time or the Pistons probably.
On to the ugly. Tonight you guys played Brick City. You shot 3 of 17.
You have ups and you have downs. And our team isn't the best anymore. And I had a bad night. Put it in the record books. It's fine.
You're shooting for half court, though.
I can't make an excuse because I've done it for, since 2008? So 7 years, and I've never shot 3 for 17. So there's no excuse.
Any final thoughts?
Okay. Topic of discussion. Comment below. What happened to the Rec Rewind? It's disappeared. Like, it was boom, for a season and a half, we got this great thing. Like, oh, we're focused on the Rec Rewind, disappeared. It's gone.
I can answer that one.
And it's like the Flash, like we had a year or 2 years of season, draft tourney. Season, draft tourney. Like, bring the life back. Because, I mean, even the draft tourneys, you get those players that can't commit to a full season. They can do a 1 or 2 day tournament and get it done. And I'm waiting on Target Center.
Target Center's coming. Rec Rewind, I think we could do 1 or 2 games a season, but it takes a long time to cut those videos and then to upload them to YouTube. I think if we found out some way to stream it and record it through an online service, I think that would be easy and doable. But to cut it and to do everything, it takes a long time.
How did we do the seating meetings from years ago? Like, we would just record it and be streaming online.
Don't know.
Reed? That's a Reed. I was in those meetings that were streamed online where we couldn't swear and Izzy was eating Domino's pizza. So, and I'm getting taken out by the game of 21.
I don't know. What's the it's a new company. What's the streaming video company? It's in Minnesota too.
Is it?
I don't know.
Junius, you know.
Anyways, we'll see you guys next week.
Disco, 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 disco.